Pascal had an opportunity to win it, and the Raptors ended up losing that contest as Lillard turns and fires. He didn't play in their last game. He'll make a major difference to this team. Lillard now the post up down low over Van Vliet.
Lillard puts it on the floor, finds Nurkic. Nurkic goes up and in.
That's good action.
If you're just joining us, Kyle Lowry out. Right foot soreness. Three-point attempt doesn't fall. And Trent Jr. now eases into the front.
And here's a young man whose numbers have gotten better every year he's been in the league, and another guy to create off the dribble. Norm with the quick response. You rarely see him take an off-balance jumper.
C.J. McCollum on the drive, and with ease banks it in.
Raptors are settling right now, Matt. They can't do that. They got to start out more aggressively.
Nurkic on the inside lays it up and through.
We're seeing more and more of them take his time and just really get down and go up strong.
2 fouls on Gary Trent Jr., so he is out. Rodney Hood, the former Portland Trailblazer, on the
taking the dunk away, and the Raptors off and running.
Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, and for the Raptors by 3. Lillard operating in the paint, dumps it off underneath, and the layup is good by Enes Kanter. Damian Lillard, to your point already, with 7 assists.
Yeah, he's got all their assists already.
Deflected, and an offensive foul on Damian Lillard after the deflect. Damian Lillard, to your point already, with 7 assists.
Yeah, he's got all their assists already.
Deflected, and an offensive foul on Damian Lillard after the deflect.
You talk a little trash of practice, now you come right out and bring it.
Raptors up 6. These are 2 high-powered first-quarter teams as Carmelo Anthony, one of the best scorers in the history of the game.
The better things are at the offensive end.
Lillard at the free throw line, 94%. Raptors are 7th at 29.6. So essentially a bucket apart.
That shot's going to drop as long as he's not afraid to keep taking it and keeps working on his game to get better. But when you look at Portland and why they're so good at finishing, it's this guy right. Also has C.J. McCollum. So you got 2 dynamic scorers, and then you mentioned Melo as well.
The slam dunk, the reason for the technical foul shot.
On the move by Pascal. He got to where he needed to be. And then now he's going to try to get to that ball quicker. Right? You're doing it on defense. You're doing it on offense. You're executing. You're playing with a lot of sharpness right now.
Tremendous defense by the rookie Malachi.
Because you know Detroit's going to be tough. They've been a handful for Toronto this season.
Lillard, a little redirection, and then gets in the lane, and the runner works. He's 2 of 5 from the field.
You got a point. Like, I meant to make that pass, right? Get the assist.
And Lillard, no. And Enes Kanter bats it in.
That's the ticket. I remember having a conversation with Jim Boeheim.
Lillard shot doesn't go and batted in by Jones.
Jones, a high flyer.
Davidson had a rule where you couldn't take courses online. You actually had to be there in attendance for your final year. Spinning around, and the bucket is good. Rolls off of the back of the basket.
That was a determined move. I really like that move. Too bad Pascal couldn't go down, get it to go down. And Derrick Jones again. This guy is, like I said, he's a high.
Gives it to OG on the block. He's going to back in on Lillard. The double comes, open 3. And Baines continues to struggle from beyond the arc.
I remember having conversations like that with many different players, Matty. They'll say, well, the guy was open. I said, yeah, well, you're a better option. Take the shot. Seen a couple of nice passes already in this game from Nurkic.
Lillard gets to the bucket. 1 of 11 now from 3 as a Raptor behind the back. Here's Lillard. Lillard, and it's denied by Baines.
There's not a lot of guys that can handle him off the dribble. You know, he's got that length and quickness.
Lillard misses his shot. Raptors by 4. Lillard at the elbow with Siakam there. Lillard, you know he can shoot it from anywhere, and it's a 1-point game.
where Norm Powell is going to be able to take advantage of, and he did just there.
8-0 run by the Trailblazers. Lillard fires a three. And watch out. Look at Covington. 11th all-time in career points. And Lillard in the lead is at 3. Blazers led by 7 early. And on the inside, and it's off of the left hand of Cantor.
Again, good job on Dame Lillard. He's had a lot of good looks and easy shots, or shots that he normally makes, but just can't get him to fall.
Derrick Jones Jr. on the inside, and it's a 14-0 run.
Up at Cantor. Cantor's not a shot blocker. He's more a guy who's going to try to knock you off your position, right? How about Lillard? He is just so smooth.
Trent, Hood, and Siakam on the court for the Raptors. Here's Fred, turns and fires, doesn't go on the glass. He has that streak that continues.
Good D.
And Siakam there and tracking it down that time. OG Anunoby very quick to the ball. Both teams going small. Lillard, deep three, and it's good. 6-point lead for Portland. Dame with Stanley Johnson right there. Dame gets it back. Short, poked out. 6-point lead for Portland. Dame with Stanley Johnson right there. Dame gets it back. Short, poked out. 6-point lead for Portland. Dame with Stanley Johnson right there. Dame gets it back. Short, poked out. Under 3 minutes left. Shot doesn't go. Ed Boucher. He's going to come back to haunt them more than likely. Scoring just 10 points. They did limit.
Well, Nick Nurse talks about it all the time. Just that execution, right? Not breaking down, keeping your focus and limiting those runs by the other team.